Are you missing permanent teeth? Time for some PFOing so you know where you're going. Hey everybody, it's me, Dr. Ryan Packard. I am in my Anna office, and guess what? I just did a video about 4 things that maybe you should ask your significant other to help you prepare financially for the future. One of those is missing teeth. As an orthodontist, I see people come into my office all the time with missing permanent teeth. You have baby teeth, and then under all of those baby teeth, there should be a permanent tooth that's growing. Sometimes those permanent teeth that should be under there are not. What does it look like? What do you do? Well, I'm here to help you. This is an example. Let's point out a few things. So all these teeth right here, permanent all the way across. Look, there's the wisdom teeth. And then we have a permanent tooth under here, but the baby tooth is still in place right there. You can even see some of those baby tooth roots around it. So it's not that the permanent tooth isn't there, it's just that the baby tooth is hanging on still. But for whatever reason, the permanent tooth didn't resorb or make the baby roots go away, and that's eventually what leads to the baby tooth falling out, and the permanent tooth comes in. Permanent. Baby tooth. What about down here? Nothing. This is a common tooth to be missing. Right here, and then right here. In this case, we have both of these teeth, but this is another tooth that's commonly missing. And then boom, there's a baby tooth right here. The baby canine. There's no permanent canine underneath. Yeah, that's a tough spot to be in. We are missing 2 permanent teeth. And the reason why that can be significant is because 1, baby teeth, their root structure, it's not as big as the permanent tooth. One significant, critical way that your teeth stay in your mouth and just fall out is because they're in the bone. If a tooth is really small and the amount of tooth that's in the bone is very small, that means your tooth could be more likely to fall out over time. Don't know how long they could last. We've seen some baby teeth last for years and years and years. We're talking about decades. Most of the time they fall out before you turn 12. But sometimes those that hang on, like the one we just saw, sometimes that would fall out in just a couple years after you get most of your permanent teeth. And then you got a space. So what do you do? With the advent of implants, that is definitely something you consider, but most individuals can't consider implants until you're older and done growing. You've reached your like adult growth status where you don't change very much. You might have a space there for a while and you have to hold on to that space with, retainer. Another option is to close the space with braces, orthodontics, Invisalign, something like that. Depending on where the space is, it may or may not be beneficial to use braces or Invisalign, but that's something for another time. What did we do in this case? I want you to see. It's pretty cool. What we decided to do in this case, patient and family elected to try and maintain these baby teeth here and here for as long as possible and understand that at some point they may fall out. At that point, they may need to consider options like an implant, or there's other things you can do too, like bridges, but those are things that you'd want to talk with your dentist about to see what's best for you. But the reality is that those baby teeth could last for years and years and years and years, or you may find yourself in a position where you are needing to fill that space because they fell out sooner than you wanted to, or it's just time, they've been in there for years and they finally fell out and you want to replace it with an implant. So that is a possibility. What if you decide that you want to take out the baby teeth because you just don't want to deal with it and you want to try and close the space? Well, let me just tell you, you could try to keep it as simple as, let's just take out the tooth, baby tooth, and close that space. Well, let's say they decided to take out those teeth. Well, that whole section of teeth is gonna over to the side, and then your top teeth are gonna match up, and then your bottom teeth is gonna look like they're way over to the side. So if that is a concern, potential cosmetic concern, you're definitely gonna need to think, okay, well, how am I gonna try and keep the middle of my teeth on the bottom from pulling to one side? And the options there, in my opinion, could include something like skeletal anchorage. And you're like, what is that? You put a little screw in your bone that comes out. Don't worry, it comes out. But it tries to hold the teeth over to the side where the screw is while you close the space over here to maintain the midline. Or maybe I need to take a tooth out over here to keep everything symmetrical and fitting together. Not everybody chooses a particular option, right? There's no best answer always. You just need to find a provider that is gonna work closely with you to figure out what would best fit your preferences. So that could be me. If you have missing teeth and you wanna think about your options, talk about your options, maybe even deal with your options, come find us. McKinney, Anna, Texas. I'm in Anna, Texas right now. Would love to talk to you. Hope you like this video. Hopefully it helps because I know there are a lot of you people out there missing teeth. That's all I've got. Just a little PFOing so you know where you're going. Packard out.